Happy Friday. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing Friday. Today's January 23rd, and I want to quickly talk about the NASDAQ market. So right as markets opened, they actually opened up slightly in the red. Very quickly, we saw a sharp push up, and as of right now, we are seeing this nice ascending uptrend pattern going back up to retest the 625 to 630 resistance that NASDAQ tends to have. Again, this is nothing new. This is normally where it tends to push up to. So just making you aware of overbought and oversold levels. If you think it's a good buy here, please buy as much as you could afford. But based off previous patterns, it normally tends to get rejected right around 625 to 630. Remember, patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. Just like a few days ago when markets sold off to lows of 605, 607. Again, we viewed it as an oversold range, a common support range where markets tend to bounce from, as again, markets are more bullish than bearish. Well, again, there is no break of structure. There is no break of patterns. As of right now, they're still bullish. I do have my alert set. And if you're part of my LPP team, I'll do my part in keeping you up to date. The big news on the day is silver. Silver is pumping. As many of you guys might have seen, silver reaches at $100 per ounce for the first time in history. And if you look at the silver spot price, it did break 100, which again, shouldn't be much of a surprise. Silver has recently gained a lot of momentum, but that's all it is. Fundamentally, silver, although 60% of it is used based off of industrial use, they often try to compare silver to gold. Please, if you don't understand the difference between silver and gold, I would really encourage you to take time to understand why these levels simply aren't sustainable. Yes, as long as hype and momentum are in your favor, silver can be a good trade. So this is SLV. You don't actually have to own physical silver. There's a bunch of different silver-based ETFs. Hopefully, you don't choose any leveraged silver-based ETFs because again, leverage, especially at overbought levels, can be an incredibly risky thing, right? Direction is in your favor. Direction is incredibly bullish with consistent higher highs and higher lows. But it's at unprecedented levels, right? If you look at the silver spot price, I don't have it up here right now, but if you look at silver spot price, silver in history has pumped up before, but it always ends up correcting. And the correction can be over 50% based off of its normal value of around $30 per ounce and now trading at $100 per ounce. In my opinion, as long as direction and momentum are in your favor, and you have trading experience, silver can be a very good trade for those that know how to manage risk because it's very lucrative and it's very relevant as direction is favorable. But silver is not a good deal. No one would view it as a good deal at $100 per ounce. It's quite the opposite. So at that point, no, I do not believe silver is a good investment. Again, I just want to talk about both sides. Just because something is overbought doesn't mean that you have to short it. I don't think silver is a good short right now because again, direction is still incredibly bullish and the, expensive can always get more expensive. So with that being said, I think it makes sense on why people are choosing to trade it, but please understand the difference between trading and investing in it. On top of that, the thing that I also wanted to share was following up with the news of yesterday. A lot of you guys liked the video that I filmed on INTC because I talked a little bit on the side of fundamentals. INTC has fallen over 14% after it beat earnings, but its guidance was a little bit lower than what was expected. It's on track for the largest decline since August of 2024. INTC is a stock that we traded today in our live trading session. And the thing that I wanted to invite you to is if you're not part of my LPP team yet and you've never watched me trade live, message me on Instagram right now. I will send you the live trading session from today as we traded INTC. So you can hear my thought process during the trade of shorting INTC and then going long on it, managing my position size, and then going short on it again. As of right now, I'm up a little bit over $6,000 on the day, and I'm pretty much done trading INTC. Again, just like I talked about it in yesterday's video, do I think that INTC is a good investment at $45 or at $50 per share? Heck no. It's a company that when you look at the PE ratio, again, this is something that I like to pay attention to. You don't have to, but when you look at INTC and you type it into Investing Pro, you can quickly see that it trades at a PE ratio of 1,300 times its earnings. Fundamentally, it's a very expensive stock. I think that there's huge crash potential, but during irrational markets, they support irrational valuations. So I knew that, again, as markets tend to overreact, that for the meantime, in the short term, remember, there's a difference between a good investment, which I don't think INTC is at these levels, versus a trade. A trade I can manage and mitigate risk all intraday, right? So as it became oversold and I saw there to be, an overreaction and a potential oversold reversal and possibly recover, that is when I decided to go long, not because I thought it was a good investment, but because I saw there to be potential in a recovery, as this could have been an overreaction. Now it's consolidating. Again, I could entertain the idea of possibly going long again. It's down 15, nearly 16% on the day. It could try to recover back to, no one knows exactly where it's going to go. But the thing that I really like to pay attention to is risk to reward ratios. As it becomes oversold, what's my potential for recovery versus what I'm willing to risk? And as long as the ratios are within the 3-to-1 ratio, meaning I can gain potentially 3% for every 1% I'm willing to risk, then it meets my criteria, and that's okay with me. And that is why I decided to trade INTC. So again, if you want to watch today's live trading session, and I've never sent you one before, message me on Instagram. It's the third link in the description down below. Send me a direct message. Just be like, hey, what's up, Rick? I want to join LPP, but I want to see what it's like to watch you trade live first before signing up. For those that do not know, I trade live every morning with my LPP team. They get access to our daily live sessions. They get access to our A to Z video lesson library and our private group chat. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access and all of the updates, meaning that people that signed up back in 2018 still watch me trade live today, and they only paid once. So again, if you're interested in joining, it's $300 off right now. So again, all you would have to do is click that second link in the description, get your $300 off, sign up, and I'll see you on Monday for our live trading session. I appreciate you guys' time. I hope that earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.